Hi everyone and welcome to Homerino Collectibles, where today we're going to be taking a look at the Mattel Connect and Connect Grapnel launcher. Now this thing is pretty cool. It's something very different to any kind of Build-A-Figure or Collect and Connect line that we've ever gotten before. And that's what's really awesome about it and what really made me want to go ahead and pick this thing up. It was awesome that they were actually starting this whole thing again and with Multiverse carrying on the sort of Universe Classic sort of lines. And as you can see, it looks pretty damn nice and you get a stand. Now all of the figures that you need to go ahead and complete this thing, I'll put the links to my video reviews of them in the description below. And there are actually a couple of extras that I will go over what they come with when I take a look at a few of the other pieces on this thing. But first up, the size of this thing. Here is the Aquaman from part of this line, so you can see it stands bigger than the figures and stuff, so that's pretty cool. You know, it's definitely worthy of like enough plastic to be a collect and connect sort of figure. So in length it's about 10 inches ish from this point here to this point here, and then in height we're looking at about 7.5 inches. Now detail wise it looks pretty damn nice. We have some silver dry brushing and some darker grey shading. There's actually a couple of different darker greys on this thing, so there's enough detail on this thing to make it look weathered and used and very nice indeed, so that it pretty much, you know, if you were to buy this on its own as a replica it would probably cost a lot more. And that's actually very good, because I actually don't think that the Bat Creature and the Lex Luthor in this line are actually worthwhile figures on their own. So it's very good that the value of this thing kind of makes sense to go ahead and get them to put this thing together. Now as you can see, it comes on this stand. Once you've clipped the stand in, you can't take it off the stand unless you actually unscrew it right here. So I think that if you unscrew that, you could unscrew the stand from this grip piece, which is actually the same piece, and then obviously you would have just the grapnel gun on its own. Now it does come with a couple of accessories right here. These came with the Aquaman, and these grapple bits right here on the hook itself can actually open up, which is pretty cool. As you can see though, it's kind of warped, so that's not cool. But you cannot put them here as if it's about to shoot. The hole right here is way too big. Now what that is actually for is there is a couple of figures in the wave. There's a Batman who is unmasked, and there's a Superman who is using his laser beam eyes, his heat vision. So they are pretty cool figures. But you do have to get those if you want the effects that actually clip into the front here, so that you can actually have it look like it's firing something. There's one that looks like there's air shooting out, and then you have the missile about here, and then there's one that actually looks like there's actually a grapnel line right there attached to the end as well. So I think that they are very cool, but the fact that you can't actually use these that actually complete the look by clipping into this piece right here and not making it look empty, I'm kind of annoyed that you can't actually use those as it is just a plug in the end as though it's about to fire. But I think it looks good, and the value, you know, considering that you have to just get those figures to go ahead and make this thing, I think it's definitely worth it, whether you like the figures or not. It obviously helps if you like the figures. But I think it's a very, very nice and different item coming from Mattel. And I would definitely recommend that you go ahead and pick this thing up. So thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and give it a like. If you want to see more pictures of anything from my Instagram, it's Homerino123, and the link is in the description below. And if you want to check out more stuff from Mattel, go ahead and subscribe. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.